Welcome to Beyond the Smile, the podcast where we dive deep into dental health, nutrition, and everything that makes life more beautiful.
Okay, Halloween. It's basically candy mania, right? I mean, who doesn't love that?
It is pretty much a sugar free-for-all.
But all that sugar, not exactly what the dentist ordered.
No, not quite. Though maybe some dentists hand out candy, I don't know.
Maybe. Anyway, we're going deep on this today, looking at a report from the experts, Prime Dental Group.
They've got some advice on how to, well, enjoy Halloween without totally wrecking our teeth.
So we can have our candy and eat it too, kinda.
You got it. And actually, one thing the Prime Dental Group points out is that some Halloween candies are better than others, teeth-wise.
Wait, hold on. There's good Halloween candy.
Well, good might be pushing it. But there are definitely some smarter choices you can make. Less damaging, let's say.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Lay it on me. Which candies are on the nice list?
First up, sugar-free. I know. You're thinking sugar-free equals cardboard.
Yeah, not exactly known for its deliciousness.
True, but here's the thing. A lot of sugar-free candies now use xylitol.
Xylitol. Now that does sound familiar. Isn't that supposed to be good for your teeth?
It is. It actually fights the bacteria that cause cavities.
So it's like fighting sugar with sugar. Wild.
Kinda. So sugar-free with xylitol, that's one to look out for. Another decent option, dark chocolate.
Really?
Yeah, less sugar than milk chocolate, and it doesn't stick to your teeth as much.
Oh, that makes sense. Less sticky, less time for the sugar to hang around and do damage.
Exactly. And then another thing to think about is what I'd call quick-to-eat candy. So like chocolates that you pop in your mouth, they're gone. Less time in contact with your teeth.
Ah, strategic candy consumption. I like it. But I have a feeling this isn't the whole story. There's got to be some bad news coming, right? Not all candy can be good.
Unfortunately, you're right. Some Halloween treats, straight-up dental disasters waiting to happen.
Okay, now I'm nervous. Hit me with it. What should we be avoiding?
Let's start with this sticky, chewy stuff. Caramel, taffy, gummies, the real villains of Halloween candy.
I think I can guess why, but break it down for me. Why are those so bad?
They stick to your teeth like nobody's business. Stuck in every nook and cranny, giving that sugar and bacteria hours to feast on your enamel.
So it's not just the sugar itself, it's how long it's stuck there.
Exactly. And then, to make matters worse, we've got sour candies. Like a double whammy of dental doom.
A double whammy. What's so bad about sour candy? I mean, it's not sticky, right?
You're right, not usually as sticky.
Okay.
But they've got acid. And that acid wears down your enamel, making your teeth weaker, more vulnerable to decay.
So it's sugar A and D acid, teaming up to attack my teeth. Yikes. Anything else we should be watching out for?
Hard candies, lollipops, jawbreakers, those guys. They seem harmless, but
Yeah, but you suck on them forever, so more time for sugar to do its thing.
that's part of it. But there's also the risk of chipping or breaking a tooth. Not the kind of Halloween surprise you want. Sounds like we need to be strategic with our candy choices this Halloween.
Strategic. Okay, I'm all about strategy. Give me the game plan. What can we do to minimize the damage? Still gotta enjoy some treats, right?
Of course. Prime Dental Group, they've got some good advice on that. First up, limiting consumption. Now, I'm not saying no candy at all,
Oh, thank goodness for that.
but think about timing. Encourage kids and ourselves to have candy after a meal.
Why after a meal?
Well, when you eat, your mouth produces more saliva, right? And saliva helps wash away food particles, neutralize those acids. So having candy after a meal gives your teeth a little extra help.
Makes sense, like a built-in defense system. What else?
Another easy one, rinsing with water after you have some sweets. Just swish it around, helps wash away the sugar before it can really stick to your teeth, especially if you can't brush right away.
Ah, so even if I can't brush, at least I can do a little rinse. I can manage that. What other tricks do we have?
This one might surprise you. Wait to brush.
Wait, what? Don't brush right after eating candy. That's like the opposite of what I've always heard.
I know, right? Sounds weird. But here's the thing. When you eat sugary stuff or acidic stuff, your enamel actually softens a bit. So if you brush right away, you could actually be spreading that acid around, doing more harm than good.
Whoa, never thought of it like that. So how long should you wait?
About 30 minutes.
Right.
Gives your saliva time to work its magic, neutralize the acid, let your enamel harden back up. Then you can brush safely.
Okay, that's a good tip. But what about when you're out and about, can't brush, like trick-or-treating?
Chewing sugar-free gum can help.
Ah, the xylitol strikes again?
You got it. Chewing gum, it stimulates saliva production so you get that natural defense boost. Helps neutralize the acid, washes away lingering sugar.
Okay, so we've got Limiting rinsing, waiting to brush, and chewing sugar-free gum. Any other ways to keep those smiles healthy this Halloween?
Well, how about offering some healthier alternatives alongside the candy?
Alternatives. I mean, kids are going to want candy, right?
True, but you can get creative. We know dark chocolate's not bad, but what about like spooky fruit kebabs? Grapes, melon, berries, make them look like little monsters, or apple slices dipped in dark chocolate, decorate them like creepy crawlies.
Those actually sound pretty fun, and you're sneaking in some good stuff, too. What other healthy swaps are we thinking?
Popcorn. Whole grain, low in sugar, and it's fun to eat. Add some Halloween sprinkles or drizzle it with melted dark chocolate. Make it festive.
Popcorn, yeah, that's a great idea. You can do so much with it.
And if you want something a bit more substantial, trail mix is always a good bet. Nuts, seeds, pretzels, maybe a few dark chocolate chips for that touch of sweetness.
Trail mix, classic. Good for energy, too, all that trick-or-treating. I'm starting to think we can actually have a pretty healthy Halloween without sacrificing the fun.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It's all about being mindful, making informed choices. And remember, Halloween's just one day. It's okay to indulge a little as long as you balance it out with good habits the rest of the time.
Balance is key. I like that. So we've covered a lot in this deep dive. Best and worst candies, tips for protecting our teeth, even some healthier swap ideas. Feeling pretty good about Halloween now.
Me too.
Yeah.
The Prime Dental Group report really gave us some great insights. But before we wrap things up, I'm wondering, what about the kids?
Oh, yeah, good point. They're the ones who really go all in on the candy. Any advice specifically for parents?
Well, kids don't always have the willpower or the understanding of why too much sugar is bad, so parents got to be proactive, help them out.
So what can parents do? Like, how do you navigate Halloween without turning your kids into sugar-crazed monsters?
Setting clear expectations, boundaries around the candy, and explain the why.
So it's not just saying no, it's having a conversation, helping them understand.
Exactly. And make it fun, like a candy trade-in. Kids can swap some of their candy for a non-food treat, small toy, something like that.
Ooh, I like that. Everybody wins. What else can parents do, when they're bracing themselves for that Halloween sugar rush?
Think about the type of candy you're buying or letting your kids collect.
Right, like steering them towards those good candies we talked about. Sugar-free with xylitol, dark chocolate, the quick-to-eat ones, and maybe limit the super sticky sour stuff.
Exactly. Make the smarter choices whenever you can. And remember, kids learn by watching us. If they see you making healthy choices, taking care of your teeth, they're more likely to do the same.
So true. We got to walk the walk, not just talk the talk.
Exactly. It's all about building those good habits from the start. And Halloween, it's about fun and celebration, right?
Yep.
It's okay to indulge, but with a little planning, a little awareness, you can help your kids enjoy the holiday and protect their smiles.
Wow, this has been a great deep dive. All this info from Prime Dental Group really makes you think about how to handle Halloween candy right.
It really does. I mean, who knew there was so much strategy involved? But even with all the best candy choices and tips, we got to talk about the most important thing.
Okay, what's that?
Good oral hygiene habits. That's the real key, right?
Of course, of course. But let's be honest, getting kids excited about brushing and flossing, that's not always easy.
It's a challenge. But there are ways to make it more fun, like letting them pick out their own toothbrush and toothpaste. So many cool options now.
Oh yeah, remember those sparkly toothbrushes? I used to beg my parents for those.
Right. It's a small thing, but it can make a difference. You can also turn brushing and flossing into a game. Set a timer, see who can brush the longest, or make silly faces while flossing.
Turn it into a competition. I like that. But what about the kids who just really resist brushing and flossing? Like, any tips for the parents who are about to lose it, trying to get their kids to cooperate?
I feel their pain. Sometimes you got to get creative. Maybe try reading books about dental hygiene together or watching videos. There's some really good stuff out there that makes it fun and educational.
Oh, that's a good idea. Hearing it from someone else, that can sometimes make all the difference. What else can we do to make oral hygiene, like, just part of their routine, without it being a fight every time?
Make it a habit. Brushing and flossing, part of the morning and bedtime routine. No question, just like getting dressed, brushing their hair. It's got to happen.
So it's about establishing that routine early on. Make it just part of their everyday life.
Exactly. And remember, we want healthy smiles for life, not just cavity-free Halloweens. So let's give our kids the knowledge and the tools to make those good choices all year round.
It's amazing how much we can actually do to take care of our teeth. Smart choices, simple habits, it all adds up. This deep dive has been so insightful. I feel like I have a whole new perspective on Halloween candy and oral hygiene in general.
Me too. It's all about taking charge of our dental health.
Exactly. Well, that about wraps things up for this deep dive. We've explored a lot today thanks to the insights from Prime Dental Group. Hope you learned some useful stuff and feel ready to make those choices that keep those smiles healthy.
Healthy smiles for everyone.
Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep those pearly whites shining.